When you're with your project team, do you make assumptions about the way they behave, how they treat each other? Surely they've been in this business long enough. You might be thinking that, well, this should be second nature by now. But you may also think, I need to justify my value as a leader. And that's all about setting up deliverables and creating a sense of urgency in the team on getting this project off the ground. You're already well into your career, and you've by now learned the importance of treating people well. Yet, time and time again, you do find that people tend to slip into old, undesirable behaviors. Have you ever thought that there might be an opportunity at the beginning of a project to let go of that need for speed and to slow down and set up some important ground rules for the team on how they will work together? Well, why should I want to take precious time at the beginning of a project to help establish these agreements on acceptable behaviors, you may ask? This is surely not what is expected of me as a project leader. It's clearly not always appropriate or acceptable to pull the team out of time-sensitive tasks, but if your team could self-monitor their behavior, wouldn't it be worth that small investment of time at the beginning of the project to set up these team agreements? You think about it, it's common at the beginning of a career to ask a lot of questions, but somehow this behavior of asking questions slows down as people feel that they know their jobs by now. They don't need to know what the behavioral norms are. In fact, you're no longer expected to even ask these kinds of questions. But what if you got curious to know how things are done and why they're done a certain way? Didn't you ask a lot of those kinds of questions when you were newer in your career? Maybe you even give yourself the luxury of asking a stupid question. Hey, I noticed our team meetings run longer than scheduled almost all the time. Are we all okay with this? Introducing these kinds of questions about behavior opens up a new perspective for the team as well. Perhaps some behaviors have simply been tolerated because that's the way we do things around here, surely. But what if you were to open up the conversation about team agreements and invite the unique perspectives of the team members on what is acceptable and not so acceptable behaviors? If that sounds like a good idea, but you're really not quite sure where to start, do you want some help with that? For a limited time, I'm running a program called Creating Team Agreements That Stick. Check out the details on my website by clicking on the link below.